Good morning, good day to you. I'm gonna start with 5 minutes of bouncing, very gently. I'd like to introduce you to my meditation space, my little chamber of transformation. As always, we're gonna scan the body for the tension knots and do our best to start the movement off clear. Yeah. What you see around me here, it's a very interesting space. If you're in Atlanta, you might want to come check me out here and get you a session in. I have crystals and these series of posters is part of the enlightenment system I've been studying. What's really cool about this space too is it's got a door I can lift up, and when the weather is nice like today, I can experience. It's like I'm actually like in a cave full of crystals and enlightenment elements. Allowing the body to open up. Yeah. You know, when you think about consciousness, the consciousness of being, as far as a human being, you can always separate things, or at least you can take your overall consciousness and see it in a duality, in two elements. And as far as in relation to this type of work, what this work is really about, and this is the challenge for people, because at the same time as you, in terms of consciousness now, you could look at consciousness as being of an intellectual type, the learning of information, and the understanding intellectually of information. But then, and this is a part of consciousness that's not often recognized, there's a part of consciousness that has nothing to do with the intellect. This part of consciousness has just to do with feeling, the feeling of being. That's what we're developing with these practices. We're developing the ability to feel more deeply in a positive way. Okay, you're taking the intellectual information about the organs, the meridians, the bone structure, the alignment, but then you have to athletically feel all of that information into being. You see? And so that's what I'm talking about. That's the duality of your consciousness. There's the intellect, then there's the heart more so, the body, the feeling, okay? And who's to say, like, one without the other is nothing, So if you're wondering, like, what's this guy doing? What is all this stuff? Like, why would we want to do that? These sounds. Now imagine, just like over years, you developed the ability to speak, to do higher levels of math, to understand geometric forms, more complex patterns, you can develop your ability to feel. That's what this is about. You don't have to remain where you are in terms of the control you have over your body. You can develop it. Okay. Now let's raise the earth energy. Horse stance. Solid horse stance. Okay. Toes slightly inward. This is the right side is more electric. The left side is more receptive. This is more neutral. But within that, although this side is more electric, there's a channel that flows down the right side. And although this side is more receptive, the channel flows up the left side. So in this neutral channel, we're going to just inhale gently. And right level of the solar plexus, pull out. Feeling up the energy of the earth. That was very nice. Very subtle, very gently. Inhale. You're pulling the power of the earth into your solar plexus. And as you guide the energy, the feeling up into the body, when you reach the solar plexus, you just allow it to spread across the solar plexus region. It's almost like, you know how Superman, Clark Kent, he breaks out. That's it. very empowering. Now we get into the more the hard work of the session, especially if your lower back is tight. We're going to work on this, the opening the sacrum, the lower back. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to do rotate a move. We're doing a circular movement. All right. You're using this. Remember the mogambe, the chi, the prana, it doesn't flow in straight lines. Nothing in nature really goes in straight lines for the most part. It spirals, it moves in waves. Remember that. Whenever you're trying to unlock a blockage with your mind, spiral your awareness into it. Allow it to move in waves and think in positive affirmations, and you'd be surprised what you can accomplish. So we're going to spiral the sacrum open for 2.5 minutes to the right. Okay. And stretch. What's happening in here? The space between my right hip and my sacrum. That's the focus. And breathe. Starting to open up. Ooh, that's good. Ooh. The other side. Like I said, this is the hard worker today. Do your best. Whew. Man. Getting older. Let's get up in there. The left hand. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That's some real work there. That's some real work there. Okay. All right. Now let's hit these postures. These postures where we flex the body. We flex the body beautifully. And we won't do too many postures today. But we want to be sure to try to squeeze as much of the musculature as fully as possible. Squeeze out the tensions. You know, think about how when you get really angry, you're like, God damn it. So without getting angry, that same squeeze out the tension. You know, so we're gonna get nice and rooted. We're gonna open up, do the archer pose. So left leg, flex the left hamstring, right foot, inhale. Open up the body and flex. Oh, and release. That's good. Let's go right to the other side. I'm gonna keep flowing. I'm gonna just keep the flow. And squeeze. Oh. That's good. Wow. Let's try this interesting posture. We're not going to squeeze together. We're going to clasp the hands, set the feet right. But your goal is to try to pull your body apart. But then once you pull your body apart as far as possible, then squeeze everything. So check it out. Pay close attention to here. Notice how, watch here closely. See that? See how I'm pushing out with the sides of the thighs? And with the feet will root and it's almost like if you could, you would slide your feet to the sides, but you can't because they're rooted. So your whole body, it's a very interesting sensation. And the same thing with the hands. Watch through here. I'm pulling. See how I'm pulling against myself? So let's take a deep breath. This is fun stuff. Look, this stuff, you gotta get into this stuff. The postures, look at me. This is great stuff. Like, you're walking around with tension in your body. I mean, you get the spirit of it. So check it out. Let's root. Open up. Pull out. Then flex. was 5 minutes right there. Whew. I mean, you watch me, you see me every day get on here and detoxify for you. All that burping, that belching. What if I don't release that every day? What does that do? It just stays in there. I'm going to tell you something. If you get deep enough into this practice, every now and then when you release, you'll smell ammonia. You'll actually smell coming out of your body ammonia. And if you've ever been to a cancer ward, if you ever know a person who's in the terminal stages of cancer, you'll smell ammonia coming out of their body. Because a lot of, I'll tell you how important this stuff is. A lot of the things that kill you have to do with tension knots in your body caused by emotions that are so tight that oxygen, nutrients can't even get into that part of your body. And anaerobic fermentation is occurring in your body. And ammonia is a byproduct of that. This stuff is for real. Getting the emotional tensions out of you is the key to longevity. So, 5 minutes of embracing the big woman. Strong horse stance. Just imagine, set your hips forward. Get in there good. Drop the sacrum. And let's love this big woman. Come here, big mama. Give me some of that. Give me that big woman love. Yes. This is a big girl. Oh, damn, girl. Damn. God damn, girl. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Ooh, Lord. She got what you want. Woo. Mama. Big mama. Ooh, yeah. Let's get in there with the big mama. Try to drop your collarbone. Ooh. This will really challenge how relaxed you are in your lungs. Ooh. Ooh. Helps if you press your chin in, flatten your spine.
She's rocking me, y'all. A big woman. She's taking me somewhere. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh.
Wow. That was not planned. That's a real practice for you right there. Following the feeling of the mogambe. This is it, the last 5 minutes. It's been a nice session down in here. We're going to center the mogambe in the cauldron. So very subtle. Very subtle rotation with the hips. It's got all of this beautiful feeling. We've cultivated. Into the cauldron. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. That's good. And you hear the wind. It's a beautiful day. You know, if you listen closely, the 6 healing sounds, if you've been paying attention, the sound of the liver gallbladder is it's the sound of the wind blowing through the leaves in the spring. It's shh. And if you recall, this is the season when those organs are most energetically in demand. Let's reverse the rotation. Rotate the hips in the opposite. That was really good, the reverse. Give thanks. There it is. You always have one hip, one side. That'll be a little bit tighter. That's the nature of relativity. That's the nature of the dimension of the age that we are in, but that we are leaving. Reality is based off of a reference from one side, one perception of reality in relation to the other. Like you're masculine in relation to the feminine. You're black in relation to white. You're old in relation to young. But these practices, what we're attempting to do is neutralize that relativity so we can enter into the overall connective field, the quantum field, the Christ conscious level. And in that state, we have access to infinity, really. Infinite energy, infinite understanding. very successful session today. Oh, wow. Hmm. That's about it. Yes. Well, once again, another session down. Next week will be the last week of this group of sessions. So then after that, I'm gonna take a little break. So I hope you stick with me for another week, and have a great weekend. Keep practicing. Practice every day, twice a day.